Okay. Trying out whatever the hell this is. Warning, flashing lights, intense colors, and violence. This game contains flashing lights, intense environments. Oh. What? I sent a chat. Just double checking to make sure I have the chat sent. Arena challenge. Easily slay enemies left and right in between naps. Enemies deal less damage. Certain enemies and bosses are less aggressive. House cat. Just a normal day and a cat that kills unicorns. Enemies deal normal amount of damage. All enemies and bosses are normally aggressive. Alley cat. More challenges for the hardened alley cat. Enemies deal more damage. Certain enemies and bosses are more aggressive. Get 10% bonus scored. Cuddly carnage. Ultimate cat for what is this game? Enemies. Hey, I'm streaming, so just giving you a heads up. I think I'm gonna go with house cat.
No idea what that game is.
Apparently from the footage, you may end up liking this game.
I will take a look then, because usually when you say you're streaming, I tend to take a look anyways.
Day 243 in orbit. My engines hurt.
The nights are so cold.
Well, yes, the nights are always cold. Chip. Now with something.
Another day, another dollar. Every morning.
I have no clue what this game is too. I just saw the demo and some of the photos, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. Frank, friendly reminder of language settings.
Something from that sexier sea car. I should get that trick. Your maintenance up here is terrible, Chip.
Angry demon.
Best, and I have no arms. We need maintenance by a licensed cool toys trademark engineer.
I picked normal difficulty as far as I can tell.
Engineers are gone from that dirt patch around which we're currently orbiting in 1,000 metric tons of steel.
Metric tons.
In fact, this whole sci-fi thing right now is blowing my mind of what am I even about to start playing.
I don't even know what kind of game this is yet.
I don't even know what kind of game this is yet. all I know is from the screenshots. I don't mind talking over what the hell. I'm reading the subtitles, which I hate that it's like a faint white. But like looking at the screenshots, I was like, what is this? I just have to try it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like an action game, a side scroller. Just looking at some of the screenshots, it's like I have to try this.
Fair enough.
This sci-fi thing is just blowing my mind of what is this?
Is that a robot or a surfboard?
It's a robot surfboard. I know you play as a cat person, that's all I know. And I know that the game is called Gori.
Yeah.
And there's, I don't know if it's because that's his name or that's because of, that is, I guess, his name. Or it's for the other reason why, which you'll potentially see other than just coming out of an exploding ship.
That was awesome, Gori. Oh, I was wondering what that burning smell was. We gotta find something to patch us up. I don't need a ship for Chip.
Fine,
I'm
cool.
picking up one of the professor's old ship beacons. Forwards,
Okay, kind of interesting.
Look at that. Oh, trust me, assuming that things will be seen. Assuming I wasn't going crazy looking at some of those screenshots, there's more interesting things to come. And I'm hoping that that is actually the case.
Now imagine a Borderlands character walking around this area. Doesn't it remind you of Borderlands, the map, so far?
It does remind... Well, let's say it reminds me of stuff like even Chainsaw Lollipop and whatnot. Like, it kind of has that...
Cell-shaded, kind of, or whatever, shaded look.
Yeah. Where am I supposed to go for this road closed?
I'm activating tutorial mode. That was the Frank Time Warp.
Frank Time Warp is a trademark of Cooltoys. Frequent usage of Frank Time Warp can cause vomiting, headaches, diarrhea, and explosions and death. All users at your own risk.
Am I supposed to go this way for the food, or am I just going outside of where I'm supposed to be going? Low on fuel from boost. Destructive move.
Click down right there.
I didn't even know it'd be on a hoverboard. Am I supposed to grind or something here?
That was delicious. More.
Oh, okay. Grinding is at least easy.
What the fuck?
I like the,
This planet sucks.
Okay, we got some Prince going. Do 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 do.
Vending machines. Slice them open and feast on their inside.
This is completely different than what I was expecting, and I'm still just like waiting for it to.
The signal is getting stronger. I miss your too, Gori.
I like the
Let's get out of this
animations.
hole and find that ship.
Okay.
It does look interesting, though.
R1. Oh, I'm.
A piece of a key. Let's find them all, Gori.
It's like there was stuff in the photos that made me go, I want to try this. Don't fight. And I'm just waiting for that to get a better understanding. Like, in fact, if they didn't say Gori was his name, then I would assume that there's another reason this game is called that.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I don't mean the fact that it says you fight unicorns.
That I also did not know.
Oh, it's in the descriptions of the difficulties. It was like, oh, makes you more cuddly fighting. Unicorns.
Okay.
The cutest companion.
The ugly core. Undead unicorns.
I like that they bleed color.
Yeah, and they look kind of weird with all that white psycho whatever. Okay then. Well, this game kind of had interest before, but now it has even more.
Also, looking at the photos, and it looked like they had those clowns there, but with their face ripped off in the meat, and I was just like, what is this?
Sliced and diced.
Hey, he's still alive. He's nodding here and there.
Wow, that was fun. And loud.
Uh-oh.
Anybody heard us?
The thing glowed. Epic.
Skipping these will totally mess up the story, and you will have no idea what's going on. How about it, bud?
Alright, trying to skip a cut. I didn't even try to skip the cutscene. At least as far as I know, I didn't try to skip the cutscene. Whoa. Danger, kill on sight. Ultimate pet cat. Ultimate pet cat, that is. Uh-oh. The pink! The pink hurts. Probably on higher difficulties, this would really hurt. Ah, shit!
Gori, for fuck's sake, ice on the road.
Sometimes camera angles for stuff like this. Like, I have no issue with jumping and whatnot, but sometimes you get games like this where they got those camera angles and it's like,
Yep.
if I can't see where I'm jumping, I can't... Death to humans.
Unicorns?
Did I say humans?
Oh, it does say humans. I didn't realize it because it took sick for it to show on my side.
Bear box. Whoa. Oh. Hopefully you don't have a spider thing, although I guess that was more crab-like. It's also a cheap game. I think it's like 20 or 30 bucks. Not bad. Gameplay wise, I mean, I'd be curious to see how.
How long it is, or if there's any more gimmicks than what's in it.
Yeah.
Done already.
This isn't bad at the moment. I mean, for the type of game it is, it does feel a little indie cheapish. So for it being 20 bucks, I would be like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No.
Especially nowadays where you get games that I feel like would be similar to this, and yet the devs would be like, oh, well, we want 50, 60 bucks. Oh,
That was really scary, Gori. We could
what was
die.
that?
Cool.
Find Gori.
A robot. Jump down there and find out.
I don't want to jump down there and find out. You jump down there and find out.
Oh,
I
that's
want
again
you.
quite powerful.
It's a demo.
Danger.
No, that's good.
Now they. Oh my god. Oh,
I'll check out this game vicariously through you.
the slicey corn. Use only in adult content.
Who's in attack for lot more action? There's health in these unicorns. We just have to open them up. Kick 'em when
Wait,
they're
so
down, Gori.
knock them down. Yeah, you can get health from knocking down a unicorn. Okay, so you have a health bar, and then you have a energy bar, which I guess improves your or damage. Oh, there's finishers that are bloody. How did I do finisher? I know I pushed R1, but like, how to tell?
Now, perfect. Evade performed. Hyperspeed activated.
Okay, so you can semi-stop time.
Sure the person who said that got
You can do
stabbed.
finishers.
Awesome.
And you have arms sticking outside of a shark.
And you have a score system.
Oh, I mean, it's an action game. Of course it's a score system. Of course it's a score system. Oh, wrong way. Ah, frick. Oh, because I hit the double jump. That was like force of habit hitting that. Oh, okay. I can't say I would grab this, but that's for different reasons. Just I have like a pretty big backlog that we've spoken about.
Yeah.
But I can say that
Not
this
bad
is
price,
a
though.
game that's... Yeah, I feel like at some point I would probably grab this.
Now going to die. Have a nice day.
Oh, look at that finisher. So you can get health from doing finishers.
Yep.
I realized that there's like a split second of like you can hit the button to do the finisher.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even notice it, but that second finisher I just kind of noticed. Yeah, this is definitely,
I wonder where she
admittedly, out of a lot of the demos I played, this is something that's definitely going into the,
Yeah, I really
I'd
miss
probably
Later.
watch and maybe actually grab at some point.
Yeah.
Ah, I missed you. I like this little man.
Because there's a lot of the ones that you did look at that you're kind of just like, nah.
Yeah, some. I mean, I think Ghost Runner went on Plus eventually.
What's this mess?
General. Oh, filter. Faded, action, grayscale, negative. Oh, that's just never mind. This camera. It said touchscreen, so I thought for a second that was like leading to. Oh, you can actually change. That's gonna be a very fun ramp. How much more bloody does it get, though? I feel like if I were to buy it, I'd probably play it on a higher difficulty, and I don't normally... Like, normally normal is fine for me, but this does feel like...
Ooh, another
You're just
key.
running through enemies.
I wonder where the last one is. Let's find
Yeah, I
it,
feel
Gori.
like normal could be...
They got the
maybe a
Christmas
little
gift
too
of
easy.
2034. Bubble shields.
They got bubble shields now?
Fun for the whole family.
Until they run out of air in there. My blades are useless against those. We gotta find a toy store to get something more smashing. This way.
Oh yeah, you got your typical upgrades.
Lethal and effective.
So it is all, I guess, riding. I wasn't sure if it was like the riding thing would be maybe a here and there thing. I can't go back in.
That feels good. I got some new toys. Oh, let's try them out on that little
Just because, like, I saw it looking like this and I was like, oh, okay, so do you walk around? But I guess the whole gimmick is that you ride. You're always riding.
Yep.
Not that it's a bad thing or anything, just it's a interesting, different thing.
Was
Yeah.
Good for you as it was for me.
Makes it feel less like a platformer and more like a. It was very good for me.
Welcome to the Cool
Can I look at
Toys
any of the other
automated
upgrades?
console. How
No, I
can I
can't.
be of assistance?
It's curious, like, because you can look at Gori and Frank if maybe you can change appearance and whatnot.
Scanning initiated.
Ah, that's not a very good sign. Not very good sign.
Ultra pet material detected. Have a nice
Just
day.
waiting for some like boss or something.
That's I would imagine this is gonna end with like a boss fight or something. Probably that Jack in the Box.
Oh shit! They got guns!
The Shirley Cord.
Time refill sold separately. New target found.
Lock on enemies using R3. Oh, cool.
Target locked. Let's do this!
Run, unicorn! Stay on the ground with R2 and triangle. Very flashy. Very flashy. Like for people who dig like Devil May Cry and stuff, this is like your
Right up your alley.
yeah. Ran out of energy. Any way to get? Wow, they shoot really slow. That's how you get energy. Got it. Shield,
Oh, by
bounce back.
grounding.
Yeah. No, you have a shield too. And it bounces. You see, you know, this is where I'm going to say if I had like the $50 to spend on a game, though, I'd probably spend it on Lollipop Chain. I just said the name. I'd probably spend it on like Lollipop Chainsaw. Not saying that this is bad or anything, but for the gory kind of cheap vibe, you're probably gonna end up getting more with Lollipop
With that
Chainsaw.
one. Yeah. And you're playing as a cute girl too.
It's not about that or that gamer gauge shit. It's just I feel like that game itself is already gonna be a bigger game. If I've played the original, I know the original's a big game. This one, I'm getting a little bit of a vibe that is probably gonna be smaller.
Yeah. And like you said, you played the other one, so probably more quality. I assume they may have added.
Well, the other one was already a
Quality.
fun game to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have the $50 to buy that, then I would say get this. You're probably going to be getting a same cutesy gory thing. On top of that, if you don't mind the cutesy gory thing, because it's been a while since I think we've seen games that really even have the
Cute and gore.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a very neglected. At least I feel like it's been a very neglected kind of thing for a while.
I think my favorite QC game that's slightly gore is I think it was called Fairy Tale Fights, or similar to the comic book thing that I used to pick up an image.
I was
That's very cool
more a fan of Fat Princess, especially the more Diablo-ish Fat Princess adventures. Had a very cute look to it, but at the same time, blood everywhere. Blood littering the map. Epic. This is our jack. Oh.
The right-hand man.
With it, it's a stand.
And a lot of slaying, just slaying in general also seems to recharge energy. Oh. Is he got his... Nope, but he's dizzy. Oh, finger in the eye. Makes you want to die.
Nice.
Yeah, sad part is that didn't feel as satisfying as I think it should have. Like sometimes you do finishers like that and you're like, oh, that felt cool, and sometimes you finishers like that and you're like, oh, that felt really satisfying. And that felt in the like, it looked cool, but did it feel satisfying?
But also the trick is kind of like, okay, we want to make a boss, this, and but how do we make it more satisfying than what they did, right?
I think they made it a little bit more... I don't know, maybe it was a little bit more challenging or harder that could make it or help it feel a little bit more satisfying.
True. I mean, you did say this game does seem easy.
Yeah.
Level select?
Is this the obituary
Ending?
That's... Well, you know, like some demos end with like that little trailer.
A little draw to draw you into actually buying the actual game.
I was expecting that, like that little, hey, here's like that last minute trailer. Gori's cuddly carnage. Do you want to try? I don't know what this is sitting at, about 20 minutes or in it. I'm gonna try the actually credits. I'll try Alley Cat on the arena challenge. Just see what the arena challenge is. For what it is, for 26 bucks, I think it's like 26 something Canadian, obviously.
Yeah.
For anyone who ends up watching this and isn't in Canada, it's probably might be cheaper or more. But Canadian, like that's what I think I was looking at. It's worth it. I would say, I mean, I'm not saying the game's worth it because I haven't actually played the game, so I don't know if it's worth it, but from the demo, I would say it feels worth it. It feels like the kind of game for that. Now there's a heart. Rip through the heart. Yeah, for like this what I played with the demo, I would say that's probably worth it if you're looking at this going, hey, this looks kind of interesting. Probably worth it. If you are willing to spend a little bit more though, there might be other cutesy games similar to this style that might be better options. Like even Shadow the Dam might be a better option. It's not as cutesy, but that's definitely one of those, like that might be a better option. was like, where am I supposed to be killing people? And then I realized that those dots are. It feels a little bit better on a higher difficulty. Like, it might still look like I'm wrecking stuff, but it does feel like a little bit...
More of a challenge, this. Just running through things like they're cannon fodder.
Yeah. Could be, the problem could be also just because these are the cannon fodder enemies. Like, maybe later on, as you progress, enemies might get even more stronger or different. Which is kind of why I want to try Arena, because I was hoping that, as was already seen with the heart, that there would be some other things that haven't been shown yet would show up. Granted, it being the demo, that's also kind of highly unlikely, because they might not want to show some of that stuff. I can only assume also that things like the hands being two of those, that those are actually going to be like later on in the game more predominant enemies.
Yep.
Like that's what I'm getting at. Like I feel like it could be a very fun game later on.
Yeah, bosses turning into normal type enemies and such.
That finisher for the hand felt a little bit more in line with how the enemy feels. You have like such a short time for those, I think. Okay, you're dizzy now, right? I can, I wasn't sure if I could, do something there. I think the reason that those finishers for the hands feel more in line though is because they feel kind of like what I was already doing, slicing into it, whereas the other one felt a little too badass, just ripping off a finger and sticking in the head, or sticking in the eye, without feeling like it was actually an earned, I just ripped off. Which could, speaking of, that could be like a God of War issue of no context, no, like, quick time event kind of thingy. Like, those games, finishers and whatnot, it's like stab square or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably it will admittedly be better on higher difficulty. But that's all I can say.
So,
I think
maybe if this drops for $10.
No, I'd say, you know what, for the price it is, good, just probably play it on a higher difficulty.
Yeah.
Granted, once again, this is just demo, they're throwing the main mob, there could be other enemies that they're not going to throw in here, and maybe later on the game could get even more harder.
I was kind of thinking of myself, so it's like, okay, so potentially when I clear up a couple of games and I have $10 to spare and this drops on sale.
I don't know when it comes out, but for 20...
demoing it, just put it on my wish list.
I think when I'm done a lot of games, if it's $20 and still, I would be willing to grab it.
Yeah.
But I going into it, I've said it, at the moment I have a bigger backlog than you. Score. There might be more arena challengey things. And that's just also, once again, demo, they only have that option.
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. Short, but kind of fun. Till next time.